Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, 005 Dynasty. I'm back with another video. I want to give a shout out to everybody who supported me, and I want to give a shout out to the channel members. So if you have not done so yet, 005 Dynasty channel members are live, so you could join. I would appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Just to help me out on my journey, man. I really, something, yeah, let me just throw that out there. Let me just say that, man. I do appreciate something like that, because it helps me, push my movement forward with the Ghost Wave movement, trying to become like, this film, filmographer, director. I want to shoot movies. I want to incorporate my music into movies and all that stuff. So that helps, man. It helps. So I appreciate everybody who's, who has become a channel member and people who will, invest in, my career moving forward, becoming a channel member. So I appreciate that. So I got a cool email from a channel member, and man, this person's pretty dope, pretty cool individual. We be chopping it up through email, which I like. You know what I'm saying? If you want to email me, guys, girls, please email me. We can chop it up through email. And this channel member is the first person to join, so there's going to be an article out there on the internet for this historical moment for 005 Dynasty. So yeah, you guys know I like to document everything, right? I'm basically a historian for Legendary Team for myself, and y'all know Legendary Team. That's the first group that I was a part of, with Legend, the American rapper from Brooklyn and Long Island, New York. Also, he's the founder of Hood Legend DVD, the DVD that helped pioneer, along with the other pioneers, Smack DVD and so forth, the marketing and promotional thing before YouTube and all these other social media platforms took off. We were out there in the streets filming, documenting, interviewing, and putting that out there for the public to see. So anyway, so the channel member had a lot of questions. That was pretty cool. Sent it in the video too. I've never seen that before, so I got a chance to watch the video. Now I want to answer some of the questions. So first and foremost, you see, I'm on my phone. I'm in my my photos, and you see pictures of me, right? I want you guys to do this, man. Every day, just take pictures of yourself, man. I don't care if you got a haircut or if you don't. Document it. And then take those pictures and put them online, man. Put them in an article. Put them somewhere, man. Start documenting yourself, man. The only thing you're going to have when you pass on is your legacy. So start documenting yourself and putting yourself out there. If you're an artist, musician, beat maker, producer, a model, I don't care what it is, you own your own company, start documenting yourself and put it out there, man, so people remember who you were on this earth. Boom, right? So one of the things that, the individual was saying was hip hop seems like it's coming to an embarrassing state. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the rappers from the early 2000s, they're like fading off and doing podcasts now. They're not rapping no more. And you know what? I guess, everybody's getting older and they have to move on to different things. Understandable, even though they can still do it. But my problem is, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will see this as well, is that those rappers and actors, the whole industry from the early 2000s, a lot of them did not become mentors and teach and help people. I think that is the problem. They did not pass the torch along the right way. So even if somebody just wants to fade off into the sunset and go do podcasts and sit down and just talk, we can't stop them from doing that. Even though I would rather see them rap forever because they was making such great music. Why stop? But we can't control what we like. We can only just indulge in it for the time that is there, right? Correct? So these people move on. But how come they weren't mentors and mentor people coming up after them? It's like a lot of these people still think they're young too. They did the young thing, then they got older, now they're doing the podcast thing, but they still think they're young. So they still are in the mindset of like putting themselves out there instead of mentoring the youth. And that's the one of the biggest problems. I learned that a long time ago that I need to pass along my talents. That's why I became a dance teacher. I was mentoring. That's why I taught music production. You know what I'm saying, guys? I taught a lot of things in my past to pass on my knowledge to the youth. And now those individuals have grown up and they're teaching now. They're running workshops and classes and they're performing they performing on at shows. They're big. Like these kids. So you gotta pass the torch along, and I feel like hip hop did not pass the torch along. That's why you got rappers who just walk around with their nails painted and pocketbooks and purses on and skirts. Like, come on, man. We didn't grow up on that. Like, what's going on? So no mentors, right? Podcasts, and then so let me just jump along. So one of the things that the individual asked was about my schooling. So I went to the Institute of Audio Research down at Greenwich Village in New York, right? It's known as IAR. It's short, right? That's shorthand for the Institute of Audio Research. That school was amazing. It was there for many, many years before I got there, and it was there for maybe like 5 or 10 more years after. But it closed down. I don't know the history of why it closed down. I think there's articles about it on the internet, but it closed down. That specific building that has so much history in it. So many people that's in the music industry went through that school, guys. Some of the people that you look up to went to that school. Some of my friends went to that school, man. You know what I mean? My classmates. So now that school is out here in Long Island at one of the colleges. It's a program now. It's not its own entity. It's not a standalone school anymore. So now it's a program inside of a college. So some of my professors actually still teach at that program, believe it or not. I see some of the pictures online when they be posting it because I follow a couple of them. But most of them, they've left and they're doing their own thing. Like some of them are like producing for like Busta Rhymes and like I'm talking about famous people, man. I'm talking about, and they have like millions and millions of streams online. They got Grammys. So some of my professors, they wind up going from that school and just taking off with their musical careers. It's kind of crazy, right? So, but he wanted to know, what did I do like after I went to school? What type of knowledge did I acquire and equipment did I get? Like my journey, basically. So the early 2000s, I was doing music production in Fruity Loops before it switched over to FL Studio. If you don't know, Fruity Loops got sued, or they got paperwork sent to them saying they was going to be sued. I don't know how the case went, but their name Fruity Loops was too close to Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal. So they had to change the name to FL Studio. So I had Fruity Loops and I had FL Studio. Now, making music, I was struggling with making music because I didn't know how to make music originally. So I was sampling because the person named DJ Mighty K from Parkside, Hempstead, Long Island, he taught me how to make beats by sampling. So I'm sampling, but I wanted to make original beats. I go to school, IAR in the city, okay? I heard about IAR driving in the car with my girl. It came on the radio. So those radio promotions, they worked. It got me to go to the school. Then after I went to school, I learned a lot about music, audio engineering, music production. I learned how to solder wires. I create my own cables. All this crazy stuff you learn in the school. So when I got out of school, one of the first things I had purchased was I purchased a keyboard. While I was in school, I purchased a keyboard. It was a Casio keyboard. So let me show you guys really quick. Let me get to that photo. It's a Casio keyboard. Let me show you. This is the keyboard that I purchased. It's a Casio, and I wish I never sold it. I purchased this keyboard, and as you can see on the screen back there, this FL Studio. So while I'm going to school, I'm learning about sound. But the hard part about learning about sound was I still didn't fully understand it, still didn't grasp the concept of sound and like getting audio from the keyboard into the computer and all this stuff. I didn't know about audio interfaces. I was new to my computer. You know what I'm saying? This is the early 2000s, guys. I barely know anything about a computer. So I'm figuring out how to get this keyboard into that computer so I could put the sounds in there. And then, but think about it, guys. I don't know how to play the instrument. I don't know how to play a keyboard. So I wound up getting super duper frustrated with the keyboard, and I wound up selling it because it was hard work. I was trying to get the sounds from there into there. Let me show you one more thing. Actually, I'm going here. Go to eBay. Show you how it looks. So it looks like this. One of the earlier models. It was dope. The sounds were crisp. I'm talking. And you see, it cost $349 on eBay. I think I paid around like $300, $400 for it too around that time. So the price has not gone down on this, guys. But the sounds on it, it sounds. To be honest, guys, I would buy this again. I would buy it again just for nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Just for history purposes. Maybe I might. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so I got that keyboard. That was the first thing I got. So that keyboard functions like a MIDI controller, but it also functions like a regular keyboard. So then when I got so frustrated with that keyboard, like trying to get the audio from the keyboard into the computer, because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know about the audio interface and all these wires you got to plug and stuff like that. I went back to school and they were telling me how to do it and stuff like that, but it still wasn't clicking for me. Music didn't click for me while I was at school, guys. It clicked after school. It's funny to say something like that, but it did, man. It did. So what I wound up doing was I wound up selling the keyboard back to, I forget the store. It wasn't Guitar Center. It was Sam Ash. I wound up selling the keyboard back to Sam Ash, and then I wound up going into the aisle and just picking up a MIDI controller for like $50, a $50 MIDI controller keyboard. And that keyboard, I think I still might have that keyboard actually. I used it in a movie though. Like I was shooting a movie, and I threw it in the air, and I was shooting a movie and I threw it in the air and it came down and it cracked on the ground. But it was for film purposes, man. So whatever. Anyway, so that was what I did, man. I you know what I'm saying, that was the first piece of equipment that I purchased, but I returned it. Then when I got a MIDI controller, so I started using a MIDI controller keyboard to play the sounds inside of FL Studio, and I was basically using that. But mind you guys, that none of that was working for me. I had to go back to sampling. So the early 2000s was sampling. I didn't get my MPC until 2018, 2019, guys. So I didn't start doing MPC music production until like maybe 5 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And even still, when I got the MPC, I didn't know how to use it. So I didn't start making music on the MPC really until 2020. So I purchased it in like 2018, 2019. I didn't start making music until like 2020. Yeah. So there's a lot of gaps in my story, man. But at least I don't rush anything. When you rush, man, that's one thing. That's why you start having problems like these people on YouTube. Let me stop, man. And then I got studio monitors after that and stuff like that. Those are the speakers, and man. So it is what it is, man. So it's a simple journey, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to answer the questions for, the channel members. And if you become a channel member and you want me to answer questions, man, send me an email, and that'd be pretty cool. So shout out to the channel members again. Appreciate you guys, man. I'm going to keep it moving with this music production stuff. And yeah, I might invest in this keyboard, man. This thing is pretty dope, yo. Might have to, I think somebody's selling it for cheaper too, like 150. I'm not too sure. But yeah, see, I remember this screen, man. Yeah, that's a grand piano. But I didn't know how to use the keyboard, man. But it's dope. Look at all the sounds it has on it. It had like over like 300, 400 sounds on it. And I actually have one beat that I made. It was a guitar beat that I made using this. I do have one beat that I found. I did eventually get the sound to go into the computer by sampling, not into Fruity Loops, but there was a program called Gold Wave. And I used Gold Wave to sample the audio from the Casio into that. And then I chopped it up and brought it into FL Studio. Well, Fruity Loops at the time. So I did make one beat. And the sound sounded crisp. It sounded good. I don't know, man. I might have to invest in this thing again. We'll see, guys. We shall see, man. Anyway, man, I'm about to get up out of here, guys and girls. This your boy, 005 Dynasty. Oh, matter of fact, let me show you this, man. Go to Google, put in Jamel Marshall Pearson, hit search, and boom. You see Jamel Marshall Pearson, and you see what pops up, guys and girls. So I told you, my Google is nothing to play with. I'm not like these people on YouTube, man, who are trying to beat you over the head for money every single day. You can even see my IMDb, Jamel Marshall Pearson. I have credits on there for my name. You know what I'm saying? And you can see, oh wait, I got a wiki. My social profiles. Oh, get out of the wiki. Go to the social profiles. Okay, you can check out all my social profiles. And you guys can follow me on these socials, guys. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm still on MySpace, Snapchat, SoundCloud, Twitter, TikTok. You guys can follow me on these platforms, guys. I would appreciate it because I post things on Instagram that I don't post on YouTube. You know what I mean? And my MySpace is still popping too. Yeah, I got MySpace, guys. I got MySpace. So you're gonna see photos and things of that nature. Yeah, guys. Yeah. And if you search, you know what I'm saying, 005 Dynasty, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. So you can search either or, guys. Jamel Marshall Pearson or 005 Dynasty. That's real. That is real. Guys, when I tell you that's real, man, I'm so proud of that because that's hard work that I put in. I don't have a record label behind me. I don't have any type of entity behind me pushing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing myself, guys. I'm literally pushing myself. So I'm so proud of all the work that I've put in. Come read the articles on medium.com, guys. You know what I'm saying? Come read the articles. Why music producers get angry. The truth behind creative pressure. 005 Dynasty. Look at this, man. I'm really doing it, guys. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Let's search 005. 005 Dynasty. Let's see what happens. Search. Wait, search. Search. Let's see. People, stories, topics, publications, list. Alright, here we go. 005 Dynasty. You get what I'm saying? Stories. You see, guys? I've been doing it since the early 2000s. Look at this. Jamel 005 Dynasty, Pearson, early 2000s dance team, perfection was perfect. You know what I'm saying? You could come read the article. This was my, she was a dance choreographer who helped me out. Her name is Shakole. I mean, she was like my partner with this. You know what I mean? You can see her all in the pictures. So, guys, I'm hip hop to the core. I've been teaching the youth. Like I told you, these guys are doing podcasts now. They were not mentoring the youth. And that's the reason why we're having this problem with hip hop. You got to mentor the youth, man, to push the culture forward the right way. These children are grown now, and they're very positive adults moving in a culture. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, guys. Yeah. It's your boy 005 Dynasty, man. Don't forget to Google me. Google me. And make sure you get your Google information right. Yeah. I'll catch you guys on the next one.